to the sixth. Bud Black on the hill. Jacob Brumfield leads off with this solo shot into the left field seats. It's 1-0. Next batter, Brett Boone, who takes Black over the fence and right. 2-0 Reds. Two batters later, Kevin Mitchell drills one to left center field for a 2-run homer. 4-0 Reds. But you can't believe what a tough day this was for Bud Black. The Reds were on fire. And here's Barry Bonds with a little revenge. He takes John Roper over the wall for a solo shot. That wasn't nearly enough. Wait till you see the final on this one. It's not a mistake on your screen. The final 17-4 Reds. The Reds are on a 7-game winning streak. This time, the big punch comes from Kevin Mitchell. 5 hits, 5 RBIs. He was so hot, in fact, that Giants manager Dusty Baker said Mitchell put on a hitting clinic for his former team. Dusty said no matter what the Giants threw, he hit it.
Him or her, whatever it is, hanging out. Top of the 6th, 1-0 Houston. First and second, and Vinny Castilla with a base hit to right would tie the score at 1. Later in the game, Shane Reynolds was not real happy about being pulled, and he got upset about it. There goes the cooler. That's always good, taken out on the inanimate object. Bottom of the 9th, game tied at 1. First and second, and Cedeno comes through again. Base hit to left, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th, that drives in the game-winning run as Houston prevails 2-1. What a turnaround for the Rockies in the last week. A week ago, they were a half game behind the Dodgers in the National League West. They're now 4 games back after losing 5 of 6. What was that? Anyway, let's check out some activity. Bottom of the 4th, 2-1 Indians. Bases loaded, and Tim Belcher right off the old noodle. Sandy Alomar drives in a run. 4 runs in the 4th for the Tribe. Check out Chad Kruger getting his head in the game. How about this? I got it. Yes, he does. Right off a pole. He would stay in the game, though. Bottom 8, 5-4 Cleveland until Sandy Alomar drives in 2 runs the real way. Not off his head, but he hits the ball on the head over the glove of Milt Kyler. 7-4 Indians at that point. Cleveland winning it 7-4. Albert Bell is serving his 3rd game of his cork suspension. In the 3 games in his absence, the Tribe has scored 22 runs. They've driven a Mark Unis. There's Greg Gagne, baggy pants and all. The stripes on the socks, you don't see that. At least the horizontal ones. Ricky Henderson frozen on the curveball for strike 3. He wasn't happy. Bottom of the 1st, runners on first. Vince Coleman bunts. He'll be safe at first, and then Mike Andretti throws to second and gets Brian McRae barely, just a fingertip, and he's gone as the ump was falling over to make the call. And then look at this. That is not Babe Ruth. It's not the Bambino, although Bob Hamlin has been known to eat a few hot dogs. 5-3 KC in the 5th, and look at this. The Sultan of SWAT, part 2. Flicks the bat, gets the home run, a 2-run deal for Hammy. Even rounds the bases like Ruth. Looks just like him in that uni. Number 3, did we see? Yes.
Afternoon at the park. The only game there wasn't just inside, it was outside. A little card game there to help pass the time. It was a tough afternoon for the Brewers, though. Jody Reed caught in his tracks as Sterling Hitchcock goes to first. Reed breaks for second. It's an easy out. The Yanks strike in the 4th. Jim Leyritz with a solo homer, his 17th, makes it 1-0 Yankees. Now, try to figure this one out. Funneling cokes from a stretched sock must have some kind of significance besides taking up time. The fans were passing cokes, and there's the old flicking the seed game. You can tell the Yankees were excited. And the Yanks won, by the way. That was a fan scooping in the ball up with a hat. They won this one 2-1. The game was stopped in the 8th by rain. Since the All-Star break, the Yankees, they're hot. 17-3. They're hitting .285 at home, .290.
Defying gravity. Let's sort of clear up what happened. A turn of events there. Will Cordero and Cliff Floyd. This is what happened. Floyd is the bigger guy, and he says, Will, you're just a shortstop. You're going down. Bottom of the 1st, Montreal led it 2-0. Runners on the corners, and the Expos with a delayed double steal. Will Cordero taken out at second, but Larry Walker breaks from 3rd and scores standing up. It's 3-0 Montreal. Torrey says, you know, that only is supposed to happen in Little League. It doesn't. It happens in the bigs, Joey. Bottom of the 5th, 4-0 Spos. Sean Berry, Ray Langford giving chase, and he just runs out of room. You can't scale that big wall at Olympic Stadium. 5-0 Montreal. They did win it all. In fact, they won their 6th in a row and 14th in their last 15 games. Montreal taking it 8-3. Philippe Alou not on the bench tonight. He was attending his father's funeral. Meanwhile, the Braves and Mets at Shea. Would Atlanta lose ground again? Well, look at this. The limber leather was out tonight. Top of the 3rd, Ryan Thompson, his own dancing glove. That was the slam dance. How about some more leather? Score tied at 1. Or rather, Ryan Thompson again. Now the score is tied at 1 in the 6th. Fred McGriff turns on one off Bobby Jones. The solo home run breaks the 1-1 deadlock, and Atlanta's on top 2-1. Wouldn't last, though. You know why? The bullpen got into it. Mark Wohler's on. Bottom of the 9th. Score now tied at 2, and Jose Vizcaino. There he is. Gets one just over the glove of Jeff Blauser. Fernando Vina scores, and that is the ball game. 3-2, New York wins it. Greg McMichael came in before Wohlers. He has blown 10 of Atlanta's 13 blown save opportunities.